Working all day, now I'm chain smoking blunts. Bag in the air like I'm returning punts. Will I score or will I not? You'll find out when it drop, but I'm on it even if I gotta catch it on the hop. I be on you damn right, every day and every night. Not to glorify it, I'm just trying to get my mind right. Not complaining, no, I mean, I be doing alright. Go out and get it, don't wait till the time, right? The world going crazy, they not giving out no cuts. Like Giannis in the clutch, just a scramble for the bucks. Getting shady for the money, but I'm random with the fucks. Get love, show it back, if that's really what it was. Fake love and backbiting, that's when respect's lost. Even if you ain't the man, you should be moving like a boss. That shit never the same, when you gotta pay the cost. Don't nobody wanna get it, everybody wanna floss. So your baby mama cute, but that chick is slightly off though. They make it competition, that's the reason why I'm lost though. Suckers try to stop me, wanna block me. They don't like me, think I'm cocky. Wanted to rob me, thought I was icy, heard I was rocky. Am I on? Damn right. My shit slap. Damn right. I be going, I be trying to double play the same night. Like my bass hella low, it be messing with the sight. In my mirrors dry slapping, but be quaking at the lights. Am I on? Damn right. My shit slap. Damn right. I be going, I be trying to double play the same night. Like my bass hella low, it be messing with the sight. In my mirrors dry slapping, but be quaking at the lights. What should I do, how should I get it? That's where I started, then I did it. Out of Stockton, California, with a few on a mission. The right few with the vision. Sound like money when you mix it. Guns and butter is the difference. So I'm peeking in the distance with prescription. Trying to see what type of weird shit they attempting. Say you moving when you don't know who be juicing in your mentions. Don't get gas unless I see it big improvement in my digits. Say the chase, I'm on a wildin', cause I'm trying to cop an island. I be thrashing, I be styling. I'm a stunner, not a stallion. I'm a eater, I'm a shark. You like lobsters or some scallions. It's best you go around them unless you can move a mountain. Am I on? Damn right. My shit slap. Damn right. I be going, I be trying to double play the same night. Like my bass hella low, it be messing with the sight. In my mirrors dry slapping, but be quaking at the lights. Am I on? Damn right. My shit slap. Damn right. I be going, I be trying to double play the same night. Like my bass hella low, it be messing with the sight. In my mirrors dry slapping, but be quaking at the lights. Working all day, now I'm chain smoking blunts. Bag in the air like I'm returning punts. Will I score or will I not? You'll find out when it drop, but I'm on it even if I gotta catch it on the hop. I be on you damn right, every day and every night. Not to glorify it, I'm just trying to get my mind right. Not complaining, no, I mean, I be doing alright. Go out and get it, don't wait till the time, right? The world going crazy, they not giving out no cuts. Like Giannis in the clutch, just a scramble for the bucks. Getting shady for the money, but I'm random with the fucks. Get love, show it back, if that's really what it was. Fake love and backbiting, that's when respect's lost. Even if you ain't the man, you should be moving like a boss. That shit never the same, when you gotta pay the cost. Don't nobody wanna get it, everybody wanna floss. So your baby mama cute, but that chick is slightly off though. They make it competition, that's the reason why I'm lost though. Suckers try to stop me, wanna block me. They don't like me, think I'm cocky. Wanted to rob me, thought I was icy, heard I was rocky. Am I on? Damn right. My shit slap. Damn right. I be going, I be trying to double play the same night. Like my bass hella low, it be messing with the sight. In my mirrors dry slapping, but be quaking at the lights. Am I on? Damn right. My shit slap. Damn right. I be going, I be trying to double play the same night. Like my bass hella low, it be messing with the sight. In my mirrors dry slapping, but be quaking at the lights. What should I do, how should I get it? That's where I started, then I did it. Out of Stockton, California, with a few on a mission. The right few with the vision. Sound like money when you mix it. Guns and butter is the difference. So I'm peeking in the distance with prescription. Trying to see what type of weird shit they attempting. Say you moving when you don't know who be juicing in your mentions. Don't get gas unless I see it big improvement in my digits. Say the chase, I'm on a wildin', cause I'm trying to cop an island. I be thrashing, I be styling. I'm a stunner, not a stallion. I'm a eater, I'm a shark. You like lobsters or some scallions. It's best you go around them unless you can move a mountain. Am I on? Damn right. My shit slap. Damn right. I be going, I be trying to double play the same night. Like my bass hella low, it be messing with the sight. In my mirrors dry slapping, but be quaking at the lights. Am I on? Damn right. My shit slap. Damn What it do? Oh, come on. Can you hear me? Because okay, here we go. Yo, 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 yo. What the fudge? Can I just not hear me? Let me see. Okay. All right. So I don't know what's going on, so I can't hear myself right now. But that's okay. What's up, YouTube, the chat fam, base heads, all that? Welcome back to another live stream Tuesday. You know how we do when we get up in this thing, man. We talk about some crazy stuff that's happening in the world, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bring it up. We're going to talk about it. Y'all going to talk about it. And, you know, we're going to do what we do, man. I really want to figure. Oh, okay. I got it. Yeah, man. We back. Okay, I can hear myself now, man. You know, little minor difficulties, you know, technical difficulties that you got to figure out on the fly. You know, it was one button that needed to be pressed, and thankfully I seen, you know. What's up, man? I hope y'all doing good on this Tuesday. The new year, I hope it's treating you right. It's January 9th, and we kicking it. You feel me? I started out this year talking about resolutions, and resolutions are crazy. Only for the fact that I didn't expect. Usually, you think that you're doing it to yourself as far as like knocking yourself off the path of handling your resolutions, right? So for me, mine was being consistent and organized, right? I have an issue with organization because, I'm just not an organized person. I'm a grinder. I can get shit going. But as far as like making sure everything is just like organized and done beforehand and not procrastination and stuff, that's a little harder for me, bro. I don't know why. Like, they say creative people are less organized. I don't know how true that is. I'd imagine Kanye West to be super organized. And to me, he's one of the doper creators out there. And it's like, damn. But yeah, okay, so while talking about organization and consistency and New Year's resolutions, the craziest thing happened to me, right? So I get on my phone and it sends me a notification. And the notification is like, download this, something about games or something. And I'm not even a game player anymore. I used to be. I used to go crazy on the games. NBA 2K, Madden, Grand Theft Auto, all that. You know what I mean? I used to play the hell out of them games, bro. But I haven't been that guy lately. And it tripped me out when I seen that notification on my phone. Because I was like, man, I ain't played no games in a minute. So I was like, you know what? I seen some, let me see. They asked me what type of games that I play. And it was like strategy games, gambling, stuff like that, Not nothing with real money, but just fun, card games and dominoes and shit like that. So I downloaded the app. The app, the update. Worst decision ever, bro. I found myself trapped into them damn games for at least like 1.5 days, it felt like. One day was like slight though, I found myself playing Candy Crush. I don't know if you guys ever played Candy Crush, but Candy Crush is like I feel like it's like made by whoever made, like, it feels like a government conspiracy, bro, to rob you of your time. Like, Candy Crush had to be made by some evil genius, because the way that they have that game so addictive, it's like digital drugs. It's crazy, bro. I
I was playing that damn game. It seemed like forever. And when I'd like stop to realize what I was doing, I'm already like 3 hours in, two hours in. And I wasn't like consistently 2 hours, but like I'd play, and I gotta use the restroom. Go handle that. Oh, my son needs something. I'll give him that. And then I'll go back to playing for a little bit. And then the dog needs to go out to potty or something. So I take him, come back to the damn game. And then before I knew it, I'm like 2-3 hours in on this game. Now, that's crazy for me. You know, I felt super, super lazy because it's like, dude, I don't really get in like that, man. I don't play no damn games like that. But it got me, man. Candy Crush is the devil. If you didn't know that, or if you didn't hear it before, hear it from me now, bro. Candy Crush will rob you of your time. You don't get time back, bro. I will never get what felt like 5 to 6 hours that I played that damn game in 2 days. I'll never get that back. I'll never get that back, bro. It's the worst shit ever. It's the worst. It's the best worst thing ever. Candy Crush has to be crack. Crack has to be the greatest worst drug ever, right? Cause like, how do you get a crackhead to keep being a crackhead, right? Crackheads aren't attractive. There's nothing good about being a crackhead besides being on crack, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where Candy Crush is. I remember I had a friend, she had told me that she beat Candy Crush. And I always thought like, damn, man, she went crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that's really like, to me, while not playing the game and not knowing how much time it takes to actually beat this game, I thought that was like some dope shit. You know, I was like, man, that's pretty dope. You beat a game that I've never heard nobody say they beat. That's tight. You know what I mean? That's pretty freaking cool. Until I put my fingers into that Candy Crush world. Until I started crushing that candy. And I realized my friend was a crackhead. A Candy Crush crackhead. It's the worst thing ever. Like, this whole time, it's been years since I swore never will I play this Candy Crush game. And I did it. And guess what it did? Robbed me of my time. So how much of her time got robbed? It had to have been months and months and months of playing that game. I feel bad for her because I didn't know that I was dealing with an addict. I didn't know the homie was an addict, man. Candy Crush will take your life. And I learned it. Thank God I was able to get Candy Crush rehab. And I got out of there, man. But for anybody that you know that plays Candy Crush, man, send them to rehab, bro. That game is crack. That game it'll make you a crackhead, man. That shit will take your time, bro. And it don't give nothing back. The levels that you pass, you don't do nothing, man. They don't do nothing for you, bro. You get nothing out of it. I got nothing out of losing my time playing Candy Crush, bro. I got robbed of my time. And worst of all, I was not productive. You know how much of a loser I felt like after playing that damn game for 2 days, damn near? And it could have got me, man. It really could have got me. But I look over at my son and he's playing on the iPad, like watching YouTube movies. And watching YouTube kid shows and stuff. And I'm thinking, bro, imagine if I stayed on this Candy Crush shit. My son was literally just on the iPad all day. I take that back. It wasn't all day, but it was off and on. He stayed on the iPad way longer than I usually let him. So, I say that to say this, man. Don't let Candy Crush ruin your life. Candy Crush is crack. You feel me? Man, see? Okay, Chris, my boy Chris said Candy Crush had me in a chokehold at work for like 4 months. Bro, I promise you, man. 3 to 4 months. Bro, I promise you, Candy Crush will take your life, bro. It is not, you won't look like a crackhead, but it will make you a crackhead. It's crazy, bro. Like how I felt after playing Candy Crush like that. I'm really not proud of myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm really not proud of myself. I promise to God I'm not. And it's crazy because it's like, bro, I'm used to being proud of myself. Not to even sound like Mr. Gloat guy, you know what I mean? But I'm usually on the ball, bro. Fucking handheld video games on your phone. And then I started to think, when those kids, like, you know, they come up to you, hey, you got games on your phone? You got games on your phone? And I'm always like, nah, I don't got no game, because I don't. But I always thought like, wow, that's really cool, man. They're playing games on phones now. It's not cool, bro. It's not cool. Because they're little miniature addicts. That's why they be hounding. You got phones on your game? It's not that they're asking because like they're hyped. Oh, it's fun. They're asking because they need another hit. The kids, they're addicted to these games on the phone, bro. I was addicted for like 2 days on Candy Crush. Candy Crush had me in a choke, had my boy Chris in a chokehold. Candy Crush had me in a fucking figure 4, bro. Candy Crush, $1 million dream. I was just on the fucking couch like this, choked up, bro. I couldn't do shit. I had to get off that Candy Crush pipe, man. Pause. I had to let the Pookie go, man. What's up, my boy, the Booze Traveler? You feel me? I'm happy you guys are here right now. You know, more people are you know, tuning in. And I want to tell everybody thanks for being here. What if you're just getting here right now, please hit the like button for your boy one time. And right now I'm talking about Candy Crush, man. And I know you might be thinking, man, what the hell, Candy Crush? Why is this dude talking about Candy Crush? Because Candy Crush is crack. I got off that shit cold turkey. You feel me? I'm built like that. But everybody else might not be. If you got family members that are on these games, bro, on their phone, bro, take the phone, delete that shit. Put a block on it somehow, man. Do something. Get them off this. Get them off the shit, bro. I promise you. I was less than, bro, in a fucking I was just fucking stuck. I don't know if you guys ever watched Percy Jackson, the movie. You know, they go into this place. It's like a big party, and they're just hanging out. And I'm like, man, dude, we've been in here for about what, 20 minutes? And then they go outside, and they've been out there for like 7 hours or something like that. And the time just sped up. That's how Candy Crush was for me, bro. I had to kick the Pookie, man. I was an addict, bro. It was me. Watch out, bro. Watch out for Candy Crush, man. YouTube is a tough gig sometimes, man. And it'll take some time for you, but I'll start seeing that. But you'll start seeing that follower and subscriber count climbing more and more. Just stick with it. Yeah. You know what, bro? I'm happy you commented that, the Booze Traveler. Because, you know, I understand what this grind is going to be. You know, some weeks are going to be more than, or do better than the others. You know, sometimes I'm going to get flooded with super chats, and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm going to have 10, 12 people in here, and sometimes I'm not. But that's okay. You know, one thing I learned from music is nothing is consistent. Nothing is consistent. You know, just because the song you put out is that one does great. One song can do great, bro. Like, it'd be like viral. You know what I mean? Like mini viral. Like everybody's playing that shit. People making videos to it. Fucking shorts. You know what I mean? All types of crazy shit. And then you put out another song and it's real mid. You know, you might get like 2,000 streams. And it's like, damn. Was it Wick? No, it's just how it is. It's life. That's life. If it wasn't, if like, man, I was talking about this not too long ago, but everybody misses shots, you know? Michael Jordan misses shots, LeBron James, Steph Curry, you know, etc. But it's all about how you keep going, how you keep pushing, how good your content is, how, you know what I mean? How much you punched, you know what I mean? Mike Tyson was the baddest man in the world, and then he got knocked down. But what did he do after that? He got back up, right? So I understand this is going to be a slow burn. You feel me? No matter how good this does, I plan, like, say we're at 6, it's 4 people in here right now. If it was 400 people, I would still be grinding because I'm thinking about the future. You know, it's not about today, it's about next year. Where will I be by this time next year? And that's what I'm grinding for, bro. You know, I started out these streams at 18K view, 18,000 fucking subscribers, you know, but it's like, that doesn't mean 18,000 people are going to be in here, and that's cool. You know, it is what it is, but at one point it will be. So that's what I'm grinding for. And I appreciate you putting that, because, you know, a lot of people don't understand that. You know, a lot of people think that, hey, you're just supposed to be killing it right off top. And that's just not realistic, man. It's not the way the world works. You feel me? But yeah. All right. So before I get started, I want to say what's up to the members. Shout out to my boy Joseph Nelson. Shout out to Scott Voss. Shout out to Lynn Me Too. Shout out to Jeff Wallace. Thank you guys for being members of the Scythe Morrison YouTube channel. I don't know what the hell. I don't have like catchy names yet, but I will at one point. You know, I'll get there. But thank you guys for being members, showing your support and all that good stuff. My boy Joseph Nelson in the building right now. Thank you guys so much. Speaking of the members, I have member shirts getting ready to drop soon, and you know, let's just say that we got some dope shit coming. You know, that'll be the front. That'll be on the front. This is on the back of this shirt, though. You feel me? This is on the back of this shirt. But yeah, you know, more dope shit coming. That's actually like a what is that? That is a tester shirt. You know, like you gotta test your printout, make sure that the stuff is working right. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. But yeah, so that's how it's gonna look. But on the front, I'm really excited about this. Now this logo will be coming out in the future. You know, that'll be coming out in the future. Not with this shit in the middle, of course. You know, but yeah, my boy Joseph definitely got that Basehead Central members tee. This is called the members tee. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that got one. If you didn't get one, hit up the baseheadcentral.com and get yours, man. Don't play around with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't play around with it. The only reason why I say something like that is not to sound like cocky or anything, but it's good quality shit, you know. In my opinion, the design is pretty dope. But not only is the design pretty dope, to me, the quality is dope. I have some of the best blanks that are available. No lie. Now, with the old Basehead shirts, I got a lot of comfort. You know, I went crazy on the comfort side. And the only problem I have with the older shirts, they were even more expensive. Bro, I was spending like $6, $7 a shirt just on the t-shirt. You know what I mean? Without the printing on it. And that's hell of expensive. But I wanted to make sure that the quality was like top tier. But the only problem with that is like, bro, I'd wear my Basehead shirt and I'd feel like I got like a bodysuit on. You know what I mean? It was just the craziest shit ever. Like, the quality is top tier. You know? but the cut is not. Unless you on some muscle man shit, which most of us ain't, you know, it wouldn't work. It just didn't work out. But what I did have is this time around, I went with a better cut. You know what I mean? Obviously. Now, the quality is good. It is not soft as the old Basehead shirts, but the new cut is fire, bro. This is some shit that you can put on to go to the fucking, to actually go out. You know, you want to throw something on to a football game, you could throw this on and rep. You want to go and look actually dope in your nice dope shoes, you could throw this shirt on now, you know? And I'm really, really happy to fucking say that, because before it was cool, now we're going crazy. So yeah, get ready for that. 2020 Hacker says, good live stream. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And the coldest part about it, my boy, we ain't even got to the shits yet. So let's get ready, bro, because I talk about the crazy shit that's going on in the world. I give my opinion. You guys put what you feel about it in the chat. I read it and I respond to that, and we have a great time. You feel me? So now that I got my announcements and stuff out, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, my boy got the Basehead by Nature shirt. Bro, shout out to Thomas Robertson. I promise you, that's one of my favorite designs. I'm not going to lie. The Basehead by Nature shirt that on baseheadcentral.com right now is one of my favorite designs, bro. Thank you, and I appreciate your support. Hopefully you get the Basehead members tee. All right, so to start it out, the first topic that I have is Missouri math teacher was arrested for 4 warrants for messing with a 16-year-old boy. The father was also arrested for knowing about the relationship and not reporting it. These teachers are at it again. These teachers are at it again. It's crazy because you're a math teacher and you couldn't add up that one wrong, that these ages don't go together, and it's going to equal out some jail time, bro. You didn't figure that out. And the dad, see, now this is where it's crazy, right? You want to attaboy your son. Hey, attaboy, you play on that teacher. The teacher is attractive. She's a nice young looking woman, or she's a nice looking woman. And so you're going to be like, you want to be like, bro, look at my son. He out there getting it, right? But for the simple fact that you knew and didn't report it to the police, now you're going to jail. That's crazy. Let me know what you guys think about this in the chat. You know, what's going on, 2020 Hacker? Let me know what you guys think about this, because if it was me, right? Say my son is knocking down the teacher, he's 16. The fact that I got a wife tells me that I got to do something about it. I can't just let it slide. If it was me single, do you tell the police? That I don't even know if that would be my first move. You know, like us as men, we really want to just handle shit, right? The first thing we think of is, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to check this. You know what I mean? So once you on some shit like that, I'm going to deal with it. The buck stops with me. I don't know if I would have turned the teacher in. But see, now I'm about to have a daughter. Now, if my daughter was the one that was having sex with a freaking teacher, I'm definitely turning her in. So I'm probably in jail too. Would you guys be in jail if it was your situation? I think I might be in jail, man. I might be. Because it looks so different that it's a boy, that it's a teenage boy. You know? I didn't get a chance to really, really, really sit on this topic and think about it, because my day has been so crazy. But man, that's a hard one. Hindsight 2020, now that I see what's going on, I definitely would send that motherfucker to the, I definitely would hit the cops up if it means that I'm going to jail. You know, fuck that. I need my freedom. But when it comes down to it, I don't know if that would have been my first thought, because the teacher's a woman. You know, if it was my daughter, definitely. And we might have to send him to a Tupac concert. We might have to do that. Let me know what you guys think in the chat section. Would you guys call the cops on the female teacher for having sex with your 16-year-old son? I don't know, man. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I'm flabbergasted right now. My boy 2020 Hacker says, hey, Syph, what's going on, my brother? I hope everything is going good with everybody in the chat. I'm really stumped right now because my first thought would not have been to call the cops on the female teacher, even though she's a predator. Now, what's fucked up with my brain, right? What's going on with me? Maybe I have some things I need to work on. I'm not perfect. I'll be the first to admit that. But I just wouldn't think about calling cops on the fucking teacher. Would you guys do it? Let me know if you would. We'll talk about it. If you wouldn't, we'll talk about that too. All right, so second topic. Man strips naked and jumps in the aquarium at the Bass Pro Shops. Now, I want somebody to lie to me and say that you never thought about jumping in the water at the Bass Pro Shop where all the big ass fish are. I want you to lie to me and say that you never thought about it. I want to say that. I want you to tell me that. My boy 2020 Hacker says, good to see you live after a long day of work. Thank you, God. Thank you for being here, bro. I promise you, it's a fun place to be, man. It's a cool place to be because we don't judge here. You know what I'm saying? We don't judge here. My boy Christopher Jacoby, please forgive me for getting your last name wrong, bro. But Chris, although I'd want to congratulate my son, that shit could still cause psychological issues and bad expectations for the boy. 16 is different from my kids. I moved out at 16. See, that's what I'm saying. Bro, okay, so Chris, now I talked about this in one of my past streams, right? Basically, this teacher situation has been coming up pretty much. I feel like it's like damn near every stream, another teacher's getting caught, right? And I mentioned that, you know, being a 16-year-old boy, your emotions are a lot different than you are when you're 20-something or 30. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if her putting it on that boy, that 16-year-old boy, is going to have him, you know, mentally well after that. She's going to do some shit to that boy, to that 16-year-old boy, that no other 16, 17-year-old girl is going to be doing to that boy. You know what I mean? That's going to take him into a whole different place, bro. And a lot of us are males in here. Love and I'll say physicals, you know, the stuff, being physical with a girl, that does something to you when you're that young, bro. You know, that does something to you. You know, love gets thrown around easily when you're that young. You know, they say a lot of dudes, girls have this big complaint that dudes don't have no feelings and they're heartbroken and this and that. Yeah, a lot of that stuff stems from being young. You know? A lot of that stuff stems from being a little kid and getting your heart broken. You know? And when I mean by little kid, I mean 16, 15, 17. Once you get your heart broken at that age, that creates what women hate in grown men, which is the emotionally unavailable dude. You know, the emotionally unavailable, the not trusting dude, the player. You know what I mean? He been played, so now he don't want to play, or he don't want to play around no more. He's not going to get played no more. So he dating all y'all. He's smashing everything because of what happened at 16. Now, you got this teacher that done exposed your kid to all types of crazy shit because she done been to college. She done graduated. She probably got kids. She done been married. She throwing that shit around. And now she's teaching a 16-year-old what the possibilities are going to be when he gets older. Now she's having fun with your 16-year-old, you know, living out her fantasy. You know, my boy standing in there, you know what I mean? He's standing up in it. So she living out that. But what he doing is falling in love. You know what I'm saying? He's smacking thinking, man, she loves me. And that's not the case. So that's why I call them predators, bro. Because they're predatorily taking these young high schoolers to another level mentally that they don't need to be. Let's see what the chat says. Okay. I read that, Chris. Thomas Robertson says my 16 is different. My 16 is different from my kids. I moved out at 16. I agree with that too. See, now that's one thing. Before I go on to the next, my high school life is going to be totally different from my son's, which is why I know I got to protect him, especially my daughter too. You know, at 15, I got kicked out of my mom's house and I moved to my dad's house. Being kicked out of a house is crazy, you know. At 18, I was out of my dad's house, you know. So it's like, that's a different feeling. That makes you feel like, you know, you're rejected and shit like that. You know, you feel like you lost and you know what I mean? Like just a bunch of shit. You start feeling things about yourself that aren't too great when you're being kicked out or being moved out, you know? Now, my son's never going to deal with that. You know? My son, if I feel like the need that he needs to be kicked out at 15 or 16, more than likely I'm going to be putting my hands on my son before, you know, I move him out of my house. I don't foresee any way in the world I'm kicking my son out at 16. So I'm feel you on that, bro. My 16 won't be my son's 16, you know? So, which is all the more reason why we got to protect them, right? Because we got a harder shell than they have. We had a harder shell than they have, you know? Although they're exposed to way more things, what they're being exposed to visually, you know, through these phones and internet, there's a lot of stuff life-wise that they're not being exposed to, you know? I remember I'll give you this story about my nephew, right? He comes to this school out here and he's dealing, like he has an issue with one of the kids. Like one of the kids is like trying his hardest to bully my nephew, you know? And it was weird because I don't think my nephew's ever dealt with that. I think he's dealt with confrontation at school, but I didn't think he actually dealt with being bullied. You know, when I was his age, which was 16, I would go to parties or go to basketball games and see kids getting jumped. You know what I mean? Like 5, 6 kids on one dude just stomping out. You go outside or you hear a commotion and see people running towards you. You look and dude getting maxed out. You know what I mean? Like just on the ground getting stomped by like 5, 6 dudes. So it lets you know like, oh, okay, I can't trust everybody. You know, it makes your antennas go up about every situation. So back to my nephew. The kid is a part of the football team, and the kids on the football team, which happens to be one of the dudes, they're all going to do a podcast, and they just so happen to be going to the dude's house. So my nephew's like, "Hey, can I go?" And I said, "You want to go to there? Who's doing it?" And he's like, oh, some of the football players. And I was like, okay, which ones? And he tells me which ones. And I was like, that dude that you mentioned, isn't he one of the kids that you got into it with? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So whose house is it going to be at? And he was like, well, his. And I said, okay. Now, who are the other kids that are going? Are they your friends or are they his friends? And he was like, well, they're just part of the football team. I said, do they hang out with you at lunchtime or do they hang out with him? And he was like, well, they knew him longer, but, you know, they're all the homies. I said, oh, okay. So they're the homies. He was like, yeah. I said, okay. Instantly, my antennas go up. I'm like, so what does dude, you know, does dude have cousins or anything that's going to be there, you know, homies, anything? Like, is he from a hood out here? Is anything, what do you know about the place you trying to go to? Because I grew up different from him. I know what a setup looked like. I could have let my nephew go over there and it could have been a good time. They could have hashed everything out and did a podcast. Or I could have let my nephew go over there and he could have got jumped by everybody out over there because I didn't seen it happen. And so I explained to him what could have happened. And the way he was looking at me looked like that was the further. It was like I was telling him about Narnia or some shit. It was like I was Thanos and I was explaining to him, if I snap my fingers, half of the world is gone. And you know, although half of the world is gone and we miss some people, you know, we have a better place, you know, the earth thrives. And he just couldn't grasp that shit. You know, he just couldn't fucking believe it. And I was like, bro, you are tripping. You're tripping. You don't want to fight this dude one-on-one, but you about to go to his house? That's crazy. It's crazy. 2020 Hacker says you are making a true statement about what you're saying right now. And I assume that was about the kids. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You know, us being dudes, I feel like we should talk to these teenage dudes more. You know, understanding how to deal with your emotions and stuff. I had to save a lot of time in some possible therapy to get back on the right track. The Booze Traveler says, at the age of 16, it doesn't matter if it's a male or female. They damn sure know the difference in right and wrong and no and yes. And they know they shouldn't be doing something like that. Facts. Yeah, that's facts. 2020 Hackers say you're doing good, bro. Thank you, bro. Excuse me. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. The one thing about this live stream I'm really, really working to try to make this the best thing that I've ever done. And it's not going to be easy because I feel like I killed it in music. I was having so much fun. Well, I'm still doing music. I'm sitting here talking like I ain't never releasing shit. I actually have new music dropping really soon. But this lane, I really want to go further in because I'm pretty sure my wife gets annoyed with me throwing my opinions on every single thing. So why not come here and share my opinions with my people? You feel me? Chris says 15, 16, and 17 are little kids when it comes to that. Big facts. You are not anywhere close to being mentally, emotionally ready to handle anything, you know, at 16, 15, and 17. Big facts. 2020 Hacker says facts. Good luck, bro. I feel bad for every teenager that has to go into the world without at least some type of male, I want to say cheat codes, you know, because if you're a man, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, going into adulthood without understanding how to deal with heartache, heartbreak, self-doubt, you know, stuff like that is like one of the worst setbacks for being a man, you know. And I remember I remember I got into like a back and forth with somebody on social media because she was saying, it was a friend of mine. I got a lot of friends. And she was saying that, you know, she felt like she didn't need to have the child's father in the child's life because she has a great uncle, and, you know, she takes him to visit. She takes the kid to visit the great uncle, and that's his father figure. He doesn't need the baby daddy. And I was like, that's not enough. That's not enough. The dude stays an hour away. You know, like, you can't learn how to be a man by taking trips every other weekend and spending a couple of hours with somebody. You can't learn that. That's like, I was like, dude, you're setting this kid up for not necessarily failure, but you're putting them way behind. It's like joining a team in high school, a football team in high school, and expecting to good results. Like, you ain't never played football ever in your life. The only thing you did was watch football on the weekends. Like, only games. You only watched your team game too. Because it ain't like you were just watching hella different games or something. You only watched Cowboys games on Sundays or Mondays or Thursdays. And that's it. You're not going to go to high school and play competitively and be good. It's no way. You've never played the game? Nah. Don't do that to the kids, you know? I don't know. She really didn't feel that. And then after more people chimed in, she was like, all right, maybe I'm wrong. But I was like, bro, you were wrong when you thought that. That's crazy. All right, so next topic. Man strips naked and jumps in an aquarium at Bass Pro Shops. Bro, we are crazy. I feel like this is a reoccurring theme on these live streams. Mental health is crazy in the United States of America. Don't get me wrong. I've thought about jumping in the damn aquarium and like swimming around with the fish because they don't look like they got teeth. Fuck it. It looks fun. I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm crazy, I'm crazy. Hey, man, it is what it is. I thought about jumping in. Never once in my life did I do it. And never did I ever think about jumping in without my damn clothes on. Bro put his thing all up against the glass wall. Bro, people are crazy. And that's basically what it's turning into, right? People are crazy out here in America, and there's no way to fix it, you know? And I think, I remember when I was a kid, I had asked my history teacher, I was like, so what did they do? Okay, more context. We were studying the Roman Empire, and they were talking about how in the old times, there wasn't a lot of people with like mental health issues and physical disabilities. And I said, well, how's that? You know, like what did they do different? And she was like, well, they were born. And I was like, well, what'd they do with them? And she said, a lot of the time they took people like that in the caves and just, you know, let nature take its course. And I was like, that's crazy, right? That's wrong. So what do we do now? You know, I was watching The Joker last weekend with my family, and they had Arkham Asylum, and I thought about it. I don't think we have any like big hospitals like that. That's just like straight there insane asylums. Dude, if you guys know of an insane asylum like that is functioning right now, let me know. But as far as I know, I don't think we have anything like that. So I'm curious, how do we slow down this mental health shit, like this craziness? Because I don't know how I'm going to react if I'm walking around in Bass Pro Shop with my wife, my soon-to-be daughter that will be here, and my son, and bro got his, you know, shriveled up nuts posted up against the glass aquarium from the inside of the aquarium. Like, he's swimming in there with fish with no tops or bottoms on, bro. Somebody got to do it. Like, what do you do though? Like, it's crazy. I don't know. I don't really know where to go with that. The only thing I did know is that I needed to talk about it because the the world is crazy, bro. And I say it every freaking week, bro. The world is crazy. And yeah, stop these crazy people from doing shit like that. That's crazy. All right, so next topic. The door of an airplane was violently ripped off at 16,000 feet in the air. I seen the door. I seen the airplane. They had to do an emergency landing. The airplane looked like the Hulk came and took the door and threw it off. You know, it looked like Homelander busted through there and just threw the shit. What makes the door do that? Now, my theory is they didn't lock it all the way or something, and the pressure, you know. But, okay, so luckily the people that were supposed to be sitting by the door didn't make their flight, so they weren't sitting there. So, because they would have been, you know, there's a good chance they would have been whooshed away or whatever the hell you want to say it. The only thing that was lost was like some kids lost their shoes or something like that. But you know how much money I would sue for if that shit happened and I was on the plane? Dude, I'm not even a suing type person. That's not even how I get down. But I would be a suing mother trucker if that was the case and my kids and I was on there. We suing. We got to. Because if the roles was reversed, that airlines would sue you. And they got way more money than you do, my guy. Contacts going crazy. But yeah, let me know what you would do if you were in that situation and you made it out. I know that was scary as hell. Shout out to everybody that survived that. Hopefully you guys don't have too much trauma and anxiety behind flying again, because that would be the scariest shit ever. And one thing I did want to let you guys know, that if you do want to donate by sending a super chat or a tip, I don't have the tip link up, but the super chat is right there by the chat. Send, it has a little $sign with the rectangle around it. Yeah. Hit that if you haven't. If you have, if you don't, whatever. Appreciate you if you do. Appreciate you if you don't. And if you're thinking about it. All right. So next topic. Jobs in California cannot ask about off-work marijuana use. It's about time. It's about time. Now, I remember when I was working, I was working as like a counselor. This is like many, many, many years ago, right? I was working as a counselor. And I was talking to my manager. And I was like, dude, I'm a little nervous. No, he was a supervisor. I was like, I'm a little nervous because I smoke, and I don't want to get caught up. He was hella cool, so I could talk to him about this. He was like, 90% of people here smoke, but I don't think they're going to drug test anybody, because not only will they lose workers, because you need people to come in. That's like not an easy job to get people to come into, right? But he was like, do you know that even if it's marijuana and they try to fire you, you can ask them, instead of firing me, can you just send me to rehab? And I was like, wow, that's fucking genius. I never thought of that. And you can make a case for that. You can sue and make a case, because it's a stressful job. You could say that you were pushed to drugs, weed, and that you need help. And instead of firing you, they should send you to rehab, since that's the source of stress. I felt like that was genius. And I also feel like that's why California is getting away from this. Because for one, it's legal. So it's like, what can you really do? What can you really do, right? But for two, it's like, okay, so I learned that probably like 10 years ago. So what if that's gone around? Like, what if that has, that conversation has grown from just me knowing it at the time to hella different branches, and then that's different cities, and then, all these people, like, it's just one of these common things that are known in like HR departments, Chris says, a supervisor at our job wanted to drug test a group of guys that work for weed. The manager told him if we drug test everyone, we wouldn't have any workers. That's big facts. It's California. Facts. That's hella funny. I've had workers go to rehab because they tested positive for drugs. See? That's what I'm saying. Like, and now you can't fire them. Now you can't fire them. So it's like, it's really a catch-22. You know what I mean? It's like a slippery slope because, my supervisor at the time was like, okay, the only problem, like, I was like, okay, so say I did get sent to rehab, then what? You know, he was like, well, since the company found out and they're the source, you know, they would be obligated to pay for that. And then they would have to pay me while I'm in rehab. Because basically you're at work. You're just doing some different shit at work. I was like, bro, test me. I was like, test me. Go ahead. You know how much music I'm going to get done? You know how much music I would get done? My boy Thomas Robertson says, I wonder if that will also apply to truck drivers who work out of California or work out in California. Which one? Now, truck drivers is a hard one, bro. That's a hard one. That's a hard one because you're putting people's lives in danger. You know, now you probably could get away with some, I'm stressed, yada, yada shit. But I don't know. That's a good question. If you find out, let me know, and I'll bring it up at the next live stream. You know. Okay. Thomas, that don't apply because that's a federal thing. Okay, so that, Chris, shout out to Chris. He answered that. Good look, Chris. Hey, my boy Chris is a real one, bro. That is a real father right there. My brother got caught at work drunk. They sent him to rehab for a year. Later, he was promoted. Shout out to your brother, bro. Now, the one thing that will always save you in this world, you know, knowledge. You know, if you know, the more you know about a situation or a thing or, you know, whatever it is, the more you can survive. I don't know how to say it, bro, but the better off you are, the more knowledge you have about anything, bro. Anything. Weed is still federally illegal. Is it? Well, I guess since you could get arrested, but it all depends on the weight, right? I don't know. I'm not well versed in this. The only drug that I dealt with lately is fucking Candy Crush. Fucking Candy Crush, man. If you know anybody that's on Candy Crush, bro, do them a favor and break their phone. Like, delete that shit and fucking run away because they're gonna try and kill you, bro. Candy Crush is fucking crack. Okay, so next topic. California allowing illegal immigrants to have free sex changes. Bro, what the fuck is going on in California? I live here. I love California. I love my people in California more than I love the state. No, that's fact. That's so much a lie. I love the weather. I love the food. I love everything about California except for how expensive it is here. It's crazy. Like the rent. We pay a mortgage and it's high as fuck right now, but the rent is, well, right now we bought our house at a not so great time, and right now it's a horrible time. But our mortgage is like $3,400 a month, right? That's high as shit to me. But rent is also high as shit out here right now. Gavin Newsom got to get it the fuck out of here. Gavin Newsom is crazy. Is Gavin Newsom, all right, somebody update me, right? forgive my ignorance. Okay, so is the governor the person that okays this illegal immigrants to have same sex? I mean, free sex changes and free healthcare. Please tell me if that's him, because if it is, he got to get the fuck out of here, bro. My boy Chris says, I love living in California. I hate the politics, and I'm not even conservative. I feel like I'm slowly becoming a conservative. It's happening, Chris. I don't know how the hell this is happening, but it's slowly happening. It's slowly happening. Like, the more I go about being grown, like being an adult, like a real adult, the more I don't, like, I hate the politics. I ain't gonna lie. I still hate both of them. But I feel like if I were to vote, I'm going with whoever's lowering my taxes. Whoever's gonna deal with this fucking whoever's gonna deal with the interest rates of these homes, the gas, all this shit. Whoever's gonna fix all that, that's who I'm voting for. You know, they're like, we need to protect the people, and we need to make sure that food stamps and all that good shit. Yeah, whatever. Who's gonna fucking lower my property taxes? Who's gonna stop taking so much taxes out of my money at the end of the year? Who's gonna do that? Which one of you motherfuckers are gonna make the school systems better? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna do that? Because that's who I want to vote for. Let me see. Chris says the state assembly passes the bill and the governor has to okay it. Okay. See, okay. Chris also says it happens with age, my guy. That's facts. In my opinion, you become more conservative the older you get and have a family. That also doesn't necessarily mean you are conservative. Yeah, facts. Now I agree with that, because I don't agree with every side. I mean, either side all the way. I really don't. So it's like, I know that I'm like the horrible voter. You know, I remember, who was it? It was Biden's term, his first term. And they were asking me, like, who am I going to vote for? And I voted for fucking DJ Khaled, bro. Because all of these motherfuckers suck. They all suck, bro. And it's like, I'm not going to vote for a president if if I don't agree with you, bro. That just is what it is. And I didn't. I wasted my vote on DJ Khaled's, self. I'm not even going to talk crazy about the guy, but yeah, that's who I voted for. And I don't care, man. If you think that I'm fucking, what is that, wasting my vote, or, whatever you want to say, I don't care. Kiss my ass. You know what I mean? Property taxes are a local thing, not state. You have to take it up with the city, county. I was joking about the property taxes. My area's property taxes are cool, but the place that I would like to move into has horrible property taxes, and that's the reason why we're not buying over there. But if they were to fix that, maybe I'll write a note to a letter to these fucking to the city or something, or the county or whatever. But I don't know. All right, so I got two more topics, right? Now, one topic is like, all right, so I was reading headlines today, right? And there's this rapper, I think he's like 18 or 19. His name is NBA Youngboy. Now, he's really a young dude, right? He's a gangster rapper. He's talking about some crazy shit. He's actually very, very talented. Now, what I did read about him is my boy got 11 kids. NBA Youngboy has 11 kids, bro. That is crazy. 11 kids. I got one kid. I'm about to have two really soon. But 11 kids, bro. Yes, Hulk smash that like button. Yes, please do. FUCKDSS, what's up? What's cracking with my boy? Thank you for being here. Chris says, I would say that voting that way would be a waste to even go then, But in California, it doesn't matter because we're always going to lean Democrat anyways. Facts. That's what I'm saying. I really only went to vote locally anyways, about the local shit. As far as the president goes, I could have I did. I voted for fucking DJ Khaled. That shit didn't matter. We still went. California's always going to be Democratic. NBA YoungBoy. My boy said he got 11 kids. Now, with that, he said he doesn't like being a parent really isn't his thing though. You know. Oh, he's 24, but 11 kids is still wild. Yeah, I did not know he was 24. Okay, 24, 42, 11 kids is crazy, bro. You got 11 kids. Now, the only thing, I didn't even go too far into the topic because I got stuck at one question in my mind. And that's, can you be an effective parent with 11 kids? Can you be an effective parent with 11 kids? No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can, you know? And I think you could be there. I think you'd be a present parent to a certain extent. I think you could be a supportive parent financially. But I don't think you could be an effective parent if you got 11 kids. The only way you can do that is if like you cloned yourself. You know, you would have to clone yourself like 11 times and really get a chance to be there for them every day. You know, my wife and I, we were watching this show called Doubling Down with the Doricos. And I think they have 12 kids or something like that. And what I was thinking is, okay, the dude was always talking about how he wanted to have a big family, and now that he has a big family and he loves it and he wishes he could have more, the wife, she wanted a big family, yada, yada, yada. They got all these kids, 12 kids or whatever, one baby mama, one daddy, one wife, one dad. That's it. All the kids are in one house, same parents. But the one thing that even though the show doesn't show this, there's no way you can give your attention to all of those kids. There's no way. I don't care if you guys both work in the house, even if you guys are filthy rich and you don't have to work in the house all day, you sit there all day and just deal with the kids. You cannot deal with 11 different kids the same way all day. I don't think so. If you guys think that you can, please let me know. Hit up the chat section. Let me know what you guys think about this. I know that I got a cousin that has like 16 siblings, you know, something like that, like 21 siblings. Now, with that, I don't think, I don't know how involved the dad was, you know? My boy just out here like just throwing that shit around, but I don't know how effective you could be with that many damn kids, you know? My boy Chris says when you have that many kids, you end up having the older kids helping raise the younger kids, and that just isn't fair for the older kids. Facts. One of the things, okay, so with the show, the kids are being homeschooled. And so that means that the oldest, she was like 15, 16. She's helping with everything. She's like another mom. Even so much as she was talking about how she felt like she raised some of her siblings. And I was like, that's not a good thing. You know, she went to school. She finally convinced her parents to let her go to a regular, school. And she didn't like being at school because she didn't have anything in common with the kids. And your parents aren't teenagers. And the only people that are close to your age are your siblings, which are all younger than you. Parents, don't be stupid. Okay. My boy says, I'm the oldest of 7 siblings, but I have 8 kids. I can carry 4 of them, and once if 2 hold my neck, at once if 2 hold my neck, But my kid asked for a baby sister when he had the baby brother. They also wanted to hold all of them. Damn. You know what? I respect you for being there for your kids, though. You know? I'm curious, is it hard for you? Having one kid, that shit's hard. That shit was hard. You know what I mean? It wasn't hard as in like, I can't do this. It was hard as in like, am I doing this right? You know, that's how it was for us, for me. Being scared of fucking SIDS. That was the scariest shit ever. That was the scariest shit ever. SIDS. Like, you can just lay your kid to sleep and then bam. That was the craziest shit ever. Let me see, what else? The witching hour. Have you guys ever heard about the witching hour? Worst shit ever, bro. My son would fucking scream crying from like 7 to about 9. Like 5:30 to 7, some shit like that. It was the craziest shit ever. He would just fucking cry and cry and cry. It would go. Another thing that would happen. He would stare at like the curtains and then just you know what I mean? He'd be fucking scared and just yell at him. You know what I mean? Crying and shit. And then what I would do is I would ball my fist up and start punching the curtains, and he would calm down. Bro, it was the craziest shit ever. My boy said, hell yeah, it's hard as heck. I worked on the road for 2 years, and that was even harder. It gave me plenty of money to do fun stuff, but wanted to be more daddy time because I worked so much. Yeah, dude, I respect you 10 times for being a man, though. Because a lot of dudes, they be having their kids just running off. And I'm not judging you if you do that, if that happened to you. I'm just saying that kid's going to be, you know, you got to spend double the time when they get older helping them get right, because it's going to be a huge gap. Okay, my boy Galactic Ambassador, what's cracking? I don't think I've seen you here before, but welcome. Hopefully you hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already and you are here for the first time, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Turn on the notification bell and kick it. Every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. we here kicking it, bro. It's more people than this a lot of the times, and sometimes it ain't. You know what I mean? But the one thing that for sure is every Tuesday and Friday we're going to have a good time at 7 p.m. to whatever time I get off of this damn thing. But my boy Galactic Ambassador says, have you heard about the aliens in Miami? And yes, I have. Chris Tuffer says it's 2024. If there were aliens in Miami, we'd have 4K video. My boy said, witness said the aliens were like transdimensional, and someone said the aliens somehow disrupted the electronics so they couldn't record it. Wow. As I'm going to go in on that. As far as I know, I don't have any kids, and the Booze Traveler says, as far as I know, I don't have any kids that I know of, and now I'm 50 years old, and I've been in so many relationships that I would have to sit down and think about how many it's been since, but I like the single life. I feel that, hey, single life is fun, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I do have more fun being married, though, I'm not gonna lie to you. Chris, I got lucky, my kids never had those crying out of control moments. Good ass kids, that's why I don't want no more. I've had the devil's child. Man, I feel you. It's scary, you know. I'm already a subscriber and a bass head. And your beats bumping my system. Good luck, bro. Good luck, bro. I appreciate that. And thank you for coming back and kicking it. You know what I mean? Like I said, every Tuesday and Friday we here at 7 p.m. Pacific time. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's talk about these aliens. Okay, so I did see that that there was like something about being talked about by aliens. Now, what I did hear about that is it was just some dudes running around shooting fireworks at each other. So I don't know how true the alien situation is. I do agree that okay, say they did scramble the electronics, somebody would have would have came with a drawing. You know, something, I don't know, something would have happened, bro. I don't know. But if there is aliens and they went to Miami, which is in Florida, they went to the right place because Florida is fucking crazy, bro. What's up, my boy Jeffrey Allen in the building? If you've been in my streams before, you already know how I feel about Florida. I love Florida, but I'm also aware that Florida is crazy. And so to hear that 10-foot aliens were sighted in a mall in Miami, Florida, I am not surprised, bro. I'm not surprised. Any place where you can go and it's tropical and you know what I mean? It's cracking. It's a bunch of millionaires and models running around. You know, models are running around in thong bikinis all everywhere. Some crazy shit got to be happening there. You know what I'm saying? I heard a witness. Okay, my boy Galactic Ambassador said, I heard a witness video where he said the 10-foot beings and they were like glitching, like waving, like he was tripping or something. That's crazy. Bro, how many of y'all catching fades with aliens? If it came down to it, how many of y'all are catching the fade with an alien? Or are you hiding? What if they're like Mars Attacks? Remember Mars Attacks? And like they're acting like they're cool, and then they just start bzz, bzz. Bro, big brains on the top of their heads and glass. That would be crazy. It's time to make contact. It's time to make contact. We ready for this? I don't know, bro. I think the only thing that would come back, the only good thing that would come out of like an invasion like that is the world would have to be on the same team. That would be the first time everybody was fighting with each other. And the worst part about that, we would fight aliens just to turn around and fight each other after we're done. That's the worst part about it. Because all this shit that's happening right now, and we don't like this country, and that race don't like this race, all that shit, that will fade away as soon as the alien fade comes. But as soon as that shit's over with, we right back to the same shit, bro. We are who we are, man. And I don't agree with it. I think, I feel like we got to find a way to kill this bullshit, right? But if we were to fight aliens and win, we'd be right back to beefing 2 more months after. You know what I mean? 2 more months after, we'll be right back beefing. All right, let's see what we're saying in the comment section or the chat. Shout out to the chat fam in the building. Maybe that shit was some holograms or something. Yeah, facts. They said that Attack was holograms. I can't say too much on here because I don't want my channel flagged or anything, but they said that certain Attack was holograms, you know, holograms, which is crazy. Now, I can get really deep on the stuff that I saw behind that attack, evidence, but I'm not going to go there right now, but I've seen some crazy stuff. And the only other person I shared it with isn't living anymore. And I wish he was. We're definitely not ready. We can't even agree on what XX and XY chromosome means right now. I agree, Chris. Galactic Ambassador says, we're going to unite as one, aliens and humans, and we'll be on some same species together. Like that show Alien Invasion, I think it was called. You know what? Let me know if you guys remember that TV show. It was like, it was aliens and humans like living on Earth together. The aliens had like bald heads and they had like little spots on them, like it looked like lesions, I guess. It was like crazy, but I used to watch it when I was a kid, and that show freaked me out, bro. That shit was crazy because it was like we were both living on the same Earth together. Let me see. Galactic Ambassador says interdimensional beings have been described before too. Everyone should watch Unacknowledged. Shit's crazy. All right, I'm gonna check it out. Booze Traveler says, I always wanted kids, but I can't have kids, and that's why I may have went through many relationships, and really just prefer being single and had a real good relationship most of the time though. Yeah, I see. For a long time, I didn't want kids, because I didn't think I could have kids, and then when I got healthy, I like lost weight and stuff, and I had a kid, and now I'm about to have another one. But having my son was literally like the best thing ever. He is the dopest shit ever, bro. And I pray that you are able to experience that, Bruce Traveler, man. I hope everything works out for you, my boy. I'm sorry that you're going through that, and I will pray for you. I don't know your name, but I'm gonna pray for you. You feel me? The Bruce Traveler, God will know. Jeffrey Allen, right? That beefing needs to stop, man. Facts, bro. What the hell are we beefing for? Like, is it really that serious, bro? Is it really that serious? Maybe it was. But there ain't no way to get over this shit. I don't know, bro. This is, it's weird, Christopher, yeah, we fighting over the alien tech for sure. Yeah, facts. We need that. See, most of us, we can coexist as people, but the higher you get on the status of people as far as like monetarily and power, them motherfuckers can't coexist with nobody. You know what I mean? Chris, we can go crazy on the TT conspiracies. Facts. Big facts. Expose those secrets, no more hiding the truth. Facts. I remember that show, Chris. Man, please let me know. Also, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind by Stephen Greer is a good one too. Man, I'm gonna try to watch that. Man, you remember the first time they opened their eyes? Man, I remember when my son came out of my wife, and I had a mask on because we had to wear masks, but the only thing I could do was this. I swear, bro, I just couldn't. It was the craziest shit ever. It was like, bro, what just happened? Like, because when they're in there, when the baby's in the stomach, there's a baby in there. You can see it, kicking. You see the ultrasounds, all that good stuff. But until the baby comes out, it's not as real as it is. It's weird. It's weird to explain that. I don't know. Until it happened, bro, it was just the weirdest, craziest shit ever. I can't believe he's walking and talking now. That's crazy. My boy Galactic Ambassador says it's difficult, but if we keep trying, we can accomplish anything as we unite together. You know what? I 100% respect your optimism. Alien Nation. Let's go. Was it like an alien was born into a reality weird like that? Yeah, kind of. It was kind of like that. It was like, what the hell just happened? The TV show is called Alien Nation. Yeah, dude. I'm going to go look for that TV show because that shit was amazing from what I remember. If I go back and Alien Nation was weak, bro, I'm going to rethink my whole fucking childhood because that show was amazing. It was amazing. All right, so I have one more topic, right? And then I'm going to let you guys go to sleep. We're going to, we'll be back here on Friday. Now, I was watching this show with my wife. It's called The Curious Case of Natalia something, right? Natalia Grace. Now, basically, this kid is an orphan from the Ukraine. This happened in like 2006 or 8, some shit like that. Now, this kid comes to America. Joe Cook. Shout out to my boy Joe. Lost track of time. Kids got me running fast. Hey, it's all good, bro. I'm happy you're here. But all right. So this Ukrainian kid, right? She's an orphan. She ends up coming to America and being adopted. Now, she gets adopted by this family. It doesn't work out, so they get her adopted to another family. Now, this other family, the mom is a writer. She's like a book writer. Well, she gets a book published about how she made her son, her autistic son, a genius, right? It's called The Spark. That's the book. So they adopt this little kid, and, you know, she's a dwarf, you know, she's small. And she, after having the little girl, I guess the mom realizes that she's not going to be able to make this kid a genius. So she in turn turns this kid into she takes her to different doctors and stuff, trying to push the narrative that this little kid is not really the age that she says she is. So, long story short, she goes through certain channels and family physicians and stuff to get this kid re-aged. They turned this fucking 8-year-old kid to a 22-year-old woman, and then get her an apartment, and they basically have like an 8-year-old living by herself, right? Crazy as hell. Now, this whole time, you know, the father's like, man, I didn't really have any say so in this, you know. My wife at the time, because they ended up getting a divorce, my wife at the time was abusing this kid and, you know, doing all types of stuff to break the law, and, you know, she's really the evil one and I was a victim, yada yada, right? So basically he said that he knew that the wife was doing illegal shit, you know, but he just never told on her because, you know, he felt like he was, you know, his wife had a hold on him. So I'm not going to go there with the adoption stuff because we all know that's wrong, right? But the question I do have is, if your wife was doing illegal stuff, like harming a kid or something, like beating up a kid, not like, you know, like, I don't know, but, you know, doing something that you don't agree with, would you call the cops on her? Could you call the cops on someone that you love if you knew that it was wrong? Or would you stand to the side and, you know, like, hey, man, that's my people, man. They wrong, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know in the chat fam. Let me know, could you call the cops on the one you love? Now, I don't know if I could. Just mentioning it like this right now, I don't know if I could, right? Oh man, how do I do that? But watching the show, hearing the little kid talk about what she went through, I told my wife, I looked at her and I said, you would be in fucking prison. I would definitely call the cops on you because I couldn't watch that. I couldn't see you harming no kid, bro. You would have to go to the cops. You would have to go. Yeah. Okay, let's see what the chat's saying. The Buddhist Traveler, I really think that I really think where I couldn't have kids is the reason why I would. Okay. No, I read that. My boy DSS says, I can't say I'd not get the cops called. I might be too mad to call them. Yeah, I feel you. That's a hard one. It's Galactic Ambassador. It's just our ego which decides what's right and wrong. Kind of, you know, I feel like that's true if it's if you're the one doing the wrong, you know. DSS says some things are worth dying for. Among those things are fight for my kids. Yeah, facts. Okay, what if it's not your kid? That's the question at hand. The Blues Traveler. Look at that TV show called Ancient Aliens. That's some weird brainwashing style of show for real. All right, I'm gonna check it out. Joe Cook, my boy Joe Cook, he says, if my wife is hurting kids, she gotta kick rocks. Yeah, she gonna be locked up. I told my wife, bro, you would be fucking locked up. You would be where Tory Lanez is. Galactic Ambassador, just remember that karma will balance the forces out. I don't know because the people that did that to that little girl are not behind bars. DSS says, I was in foster care and I never let another kid go through that if I could, much less anyone know. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. I agree. I could not watch another kid go through some shit like that. Galactic Ambassador, there is outside forces that help create balance. So every action, there will be consequences. I agree, but I've seen, okay, so you say that, right? You say that. Now, what about the dude that owns McDonald's? McDonald's is killing. Fast food chains like McDonald's kill more people yearly than cigarettes, right? Just off of being unhealthy and shit. What is their karma besides, you know what I mean? Like, that's the cold part about it, you know? Like, you got a lot of people in power that make decisions that I don't know if they really get the karma back on that. Wow, I didn't know that, Chris. I'm happy you made it out, bro. I'm happy you made it out, because that is crazy. I know. Okay, so you're not hearing me. Okay, I respect what you're saying, Galactic Ambassador, but what about the person that owns the McDonald's? What about him? You know, that's the person that's you know, that's one of the worst drugs ever. You know, that's why they've been raising prices to increase food quality. It's healthier now, and than decades ago. I don't know about that. But I do know that if my wife was beating up our dwarf orphan, my wife would be walking the main line, boss. Should be with Ray and Clyde in life, because you can't do that. Not with the kids. I even told her about the dog too. You can't even harm the dog, bro. It's out. Not that she would though. She's hella cool. It's still a choice to consume McDonald's. So true, right? True. But we're talking about karma though. He probably lives a shitty life with all the money messing him up. Possibly. Now, okay. Now this is one of the coldest things, right? What if you know, the billionaire that's, you know, that owns the franchise, the trillionaire that owns fucking McDonald's or whatever he is, what if the money he makes harms someone he loves? You know, like, we could buy somebody a car and they can get into a crash. You know, we can give a person money, all this money, and they become a drug addict, and then so indirectly, you know, are you responsible for that? Could that be karma? Now, we can't say that's him because we don't know, but you know, the world's like that. You know, it's crazy. Now, I do, at this point, I want to say thank you to everybody that's in here. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for your boy. You feel me? My boy Chris says, I don't fully believe in karma because too many shit people have great lives. I agree with that 200%. The older I get, I don't know if karma's real. I don't know if karma's real. You know? I don't know about that. Like, there's too many dudes, people, not even just dudes, too many people that I know that do people wrong that live great lives. And we don't know every single thing that people are going through, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if karma's real like that. I agree with Chris. I feel like Chris. I feel like you're right about this. Let me see. Galactic Ambassador says McDonald's isn't really unhealthy unless that's the only way you eat. It's okay like once a week. Okay, I can see that. Just think about hungry people around the world that he fed. He may not be as bad as you imagine. I can see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. I don't agree with it. You know what I mean? But I do see where you're coming from. I can see that. See, there's two ways to look at everything, right? You know? Smash that thumbs up. Yes, please hit the like button for your boy. Shit, send a super chat if you want to. You know, I'm not going to be mad at you. The Booze Traveler. I think food today is more harmful than it's ever been. All of the preservatives and man-made ingredients that are added to it. I agree with that 200%. I agree with that so much because, bro, it's crazy out here. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for joining in. We're at an hour 30 minutes. I really don't have a timeline, but I don't have anything else to talk about. I could go back and forth with everybody, but I think we're going to save this for Friday. If you guys, I'm telling you, bro, meet me back here on Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and let's kick it. We're going to have a good time like we did today. If you're getting in here late, start over, start from the beginning and enjoy. Big shout out to everybody here right now. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I love y'all to death. Peace.